This is Tim, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about Dungeons & Dragons and the possibility of the next iteration, or someone might say 5th edition, 4.5, maybe they'll just call it, Dungeons & Dragons, and then just forget about the additions on the end. The talk is basically that there's going to be lots of optional rules. It's going to take more of a toolkit approach, and they're trying to bring the fractured Dungeons & Dragons base back to Wizards of the Coast. I think that's kind of a daunting task, and I wouldn't want to be the person to volunteer to try to pull that off, because that's going to be very difficult. You have the old school Renaissance types, the OSR, playing older versions, retro cloned with the OGL. Labyrinth Lord, for instance, that I'm playing right now and running. I'm really enjoying that. I think it's really cool. Then you have like the 2nd edition, 3rd edition, 3.5 Pathfinder people. And honestly, Pathfinder is kind of kicking WotC's head in right now. So, I mean, they're outselling them, and it's still a pretty divided, close market, between 4th edition and Pathfinder. At least that's what I hear on the forums and such. And then you have the 4th edition people that might be going through the same thing that the 3rd edition people went through, like, do I want to upgrade? What's 5th edition going to be like? Maybe they just got into 4th edition, or maybe they gave it a spin and it wasn't for them. For me, I've never really talked too much about 4th edition. It's not really, I'm more of a spectator, I guess. I looked over the books, I read through them, and they just weren't for me. It just wasn't my style of RPG. But as I've probably said in the past, what you guys enjoy out there is what you enjoy. I'm just some guy talking in front of the camera right now, so I don't know if I really should have that much more sway on what you buy or what you do. Do what makes you happy. That's if you enjoy tactical combat or whatever, or 4th edition powers and all that stuff. That's awesome. Have fun. I'm more of a rules light, I guess old school guy to some extent, but I'm kind of an omni gamer. I'll give everything a try. I'm kind of like what you would call a game whore. Like, I'll sleep with anything, and I only call back the ones that fit my style or fit my tastes. So Samwise 7 game whore. Vote for me. 5th edition. I'm kind of optimistic, actually, which is kind of surprising. I wouldn't think I'd be that way, but if they make 5th edition, or whatever they're going to call it, kind of like they did BRP, which has lots of optional rules that you can turn on, that toolkit approach, I'll be pretty excited about it. If you can turn all the options off and it plays like, BECME or, Basic and Expert, box D&D, red and blue box, that would be kind of cool. If they, you can put on a few more switches and it's more like 1st edition or 2nd edition, that's pretty cool. Maybe throw in some proficiencies or something. Then, the 3rd edition options with skills and feats, that sounds cool. And 4th edition with powers and, no dead levels and all that stuff. So I think it's possible. And what this makes me really think about is just my opinion I've had in the past, where all the D20 family of games, all the ones that came out from the OGL, all the older games, and even some that never actually got permission to do it, but actually, they're very heavily influenced by D&D. All these games really are just a bunch of optional rules that if you had the inclination, you could make your own Franken-Monster RPG, which I've talked a little bit about in the past. Where you basically just take all the games you like, you throw them into a big witch's cauldron, and you throw in some iron newts, 3rd edition feats, skills or no skills. You just throw all these things in and just mix it up and dump it out and just give it a shot. That being said, it's usually best to as far as magic systems go, it's usually best, in my opinion, to find one that's closest to what you like, because making spells is kind of a pain in the ass. Whenever I've tried to make my own RPG, that's usually the point where I hit the brick wall. I get to the magic, I got my skills, I got all this kind of stuff, and I don't want to make a magic system. And it's also kind of funny, normally when I get to that spot, there's some new RPG that comes out that is similar enough to what I'm trying to do that I'll ditch my efforts, throw it in a box to collect dust, and then I'll go play some new RPG. So you know, what's this rambling response about? 5th edition, I'm optimistic. I'm looking forward to see what they do. I'm hoping they learn some lessons maybe with 4th edition. We shall see. So whenever I learn more about it, I'll perhaps do a video. Probably my, I guess, final words on the thing, this topic, is that, you know, play what you like. Don't hate on other people's games if you can. You can have your opinions, like we've talked about before, you know. But every RPG is someone's baby. You know, someone put time and effort into doing it. So I'm looking forward to what Monty Cook and some of those other guys do. And I reserve judgment. You know, I might get, you know, flip through the 5th edition book or whatever it's called in the store, and I'll be like, you know what, it's not flexible enough for me. But I don't know. I get the feeling that I'll actually purchase 5th edition and give it a whirl and see what it's like. So, all right, guys, leave comments below if you have any opinions on the matter, and I look forward to seeing them. All right, thanks.